What's up, guys? I'm Daniel, and today I'm going to introduce to you guys a very new and up-and-coming project, a hidden gem that I've done some research on, and I think this can change the crypto space as we know it, and obviously the blockchain world as well as making profits, lots of profits for us early investors, maybe 10x, maybe 100x, I don't know, but when we talk about a promising project with a lot of potential, I don't think there are many projects currently existing in the space had that kind of potential. So what kind of project is it, and why do I think it has that much potential? So let's go through it. The name of the project is Portal Finance, and they have this one-liner, well, two-liners to be exact, on Twitter that I find explain what they're trying to do very eloquently. So they claim that they can swap on Portal. You can swap Bitcoin to any crypto and back in seconds without giving up custody, privacy, or security. Obviously, custody and privacy, security are the reasons many of us go into the blockchain world to do transactions. Yes, that's why we have DeFi. That's why many people are having problems with Binance and all those centralized exchanges, which kind of forced you to give away your control of your currency when you deposit into the exchanges, and they forces you to release your personal information. And if you've heard about the China crackdown on crypto recently, I know, once again, but this time is actually serious. Many Chinese exchanges had to give up their Chinese customers, like Huobi, like OKEX exchanges. But these Chinese people, they went, they explored the DeFi space using a different route. So they started changing. They started to go onto Uniswap. They started to go on DYDX, those decentralized exchanges where the government don't know who they are. And Portal might be one such solution. So you don't really get any interference from centralized exchanges, from any authority, from any governments. So, but why do I think this has a lot of potential? Because there are many DeFi projects right now. There, obviously, aside from Uniswap, PancakeSwap, there are many blockchains out there. Each of them have their own DeFi projects, like CharioSwap on OKEX or QuickSwap on Polygon-matic. So if you have a look at Portal here, they are promising us essentially an upgrade to many existing decentralized platforms, that they promise the speed and liquidity of centralized alternatives, which is very important, because if you use decentralized platforms like PancakeSwap a lot, you see that more often than not the transactions take a lot more time to execute than in, say, on Binance. Sometimes it takes 20 seconds, 30 seconds, even a minute, and that 1 minute might be a difference between getting a good price and getting a shit price. Also, if you're into like shit coins, into coins with very low cap, sometimes you don't really have enough liquidity in not enough liquidity in the pool, so you have to set a very high slippage to buy your coins, which essentially acts as like 10%, 15% fees that you shouldn't have to pay. Yes? So with Portal here, they're trying to achieve this. They're trying to get the best out of centralized finance and the best out of decentralized finance and compact them into one singular project. So how do they achieve this? Let's have a look at some of the technologies that they have here. So let's have a look at their white paper. So here, first they have atomic swap. So this is what they propose to be the solution to the problem of trust minimized cross-chain exchange. Okay, so they provide a solution to the exchange risk and they try to remove the problems with facilitation and with liquidity trolling and speed and coordination courses with cross-chain exchanges, which is very important. I'll go back to this later. And with layer 2 swaps, atomic swaps going to be able to remove the dependence on identity, so you don't really need an identity on the internet, on the exchange, on the blockchain here. So not peerable, and all in all, what they have left is the fairness in price, that you pay a good market price, and neutral anonymous third parties are still incentivized to facilitate swaps without having to trust each other, without having to trust any extra parties. So how they do it is that the building blocks are on Bitcoin, but then the smart contracts are on Ethereum and other smart contract blockchains. So it's a cross-chain. What they do here is that on each side of the transaction, you have a unique blockchain. So one side, the input is BTC, in this case, in the example. On the other side is Litecoin chain, and you can swap in seconds. Cross-chain, just like that. You know, many chains right now, like Solana, like Matic, Polygon, they're having this problem that even though they're very fast, even though they may be convenient to have in their own blockchain, it's very difficult to do transactions onto another chain. It's very difficult to do transactions from Avalanche to Polkadot, or from Polkadot to, say, Solana. But here, Portal solved this problem instantly, and all is decentralized. All is decentralized. So cool. I don't think there are many other projects in the space that have been able to do this, or at least have been able to come up with a solution for this. But having a solid project is one thing. Another thing which makes me very, very bullish on this project is that when you look at the team, that's on this project, you see people who used to work for BitPay, used to work for Casper Labs, very good project as well. People used to work at good tech companies like Intel, IBM, used to be engineers at Stanford. So these people have the credentials. These people are smart. They know what they're doing. And another thing, if this is not enough to convince you, just look at these backers, man. Look at all the names, the big names. Look at all these exchanges. Coinbase, OKEx, Gate.io, and all the big venture capital firms like Arrington, XBR, XRP, Republic Capitals, and all the other the venture capitals, which are very, very famous in the space. So they saw something in the project, and they have much more research power. They have much more market research power than us, and they saw something in the project, and they've spent. You know how much they spent? $8.5 million, and that's just for the investment round. $8.5 million in a brand new project. Think about it. This is something else, and I don't think we should miss out on this. And the last thing which makes me very bullish on this project is that the team's very active. They have 60,000 followers for a brand new project, and just last week they have 50,000. So they jumped 10,000 followers in a week, and the team's also very active, not just on Twitter, but also on Telegram, on Medium, on Discord, all those social media. They update what they do every week. They update all the AMAs, or update on what they're doing, on how they're catching on with the project, all the sort of stuff. So they're doing a lot of things, and they promise, and they have a very big promise, and I think they can deliver on that if they stick to their roadmap, and if they can deliver, I think it's going to be very, very successful. If you have a look at their early access, just have a look at this. Even though they are going to be a decentralized exchange, just look at the interface. It looks like Looks like a centralized exchange to me. Just have a look at it. A very easy to use interface, and just have a look at this. Don't say this is so much different than Binance. It's a very easy to use interface, and I think this is going to catch the attention of many people. So all in all, I'm very bullish on this on this project, and I'll give you a team will give you the updates on the project and how they're doing. And in general, even though none of this is just asking you to invest in the project, is only for entertainment and educational purposes, I think this is one project you have to keep an eye on because it has the potential to blow up very soon. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comment sections, and we'll try to explain. We'll try to answer every question we can. Otherwise, if you like the video, you think if you want to look for more investment opportunities and look for more hidden gems, new projects, then feel free to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in our next video.